This RSBANDB update nibble originally aired on RSBANDB update episode 720. Enjoy.
I get frustrated when people, with like Solak, for example, I thought it was amazing that they came up with a boss that took me 20 hours to get my first kill. I thought that was incredible, and I think that it would have been a letdown if we got a kill first or second attempt. So
yeah, that's a good point. And, you know, I think there's another way to look at this, too. It can come back to game balance in that, we know that this game is a living thing in that, you know, what is hard today, if it becomes too easier, what would be wrong with taking a balance pass over some of the PvM that has become too easy? Or that might be still too hard today?
Isn't that why Mod Jack also said, if this is such a sticking point, why don't we, I don't know, do what Shane said 3 weeks ago and make a specific combat achievement type of cape? Like, that was the best in slot. That did come from combat. That you didn't have to worry about the next boss coming out because it would be expected. Like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it would be offset from this comp thing altogether.
And you know, in some ways, I think that there is potential for a thriving ecosystem like this to emerge in RuneScape, because there are people like you, David, and everybody else in your friends chat, I assume, who are, you know, if you guys had the impetus, would it be something that you would be willing to do, to go to all of these bosses and to try and refine your time and try and get the most DPS out of your character, if you could, like to just refine it and effectively compete with everybody else in kind of like a DPS high score system, if that existed?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, I spent 4 hours today trying to... So my team spent like 4 hours today doing hard mode Virago speed kills, trying to break our own time.
Well, there you go.
It's like the current top 3 times are all us. And so we're just like we're constantly trying to break our own time.
Yeah.
All kinds of things.
And so with that... my point is that there is a community that exists for that, and maybe what should be done with Reaper instead is that Reaper should be taken out of this equation entirely for the bossing side of it and moved into its own little unique kind of combat league where you have all the bosses and you can have different high score tables for the boss. You can sort it by who kills it the quickest, solo kills quickest, DPS quickest, that kind of thing. Or DPS,
I mean, I think that is really interesting to me. I like this conceptually. I also think that they should obviously have story mode with every future boss release. Like, clearly that's what it should be. And even if it's identical mechanics, everything hits you for 10% damage, that's fine. You know, whatever it is. I think there should clearly be a story mode for all future content, but I'm aside from this idea you have, Shane, that would be this whole new thing, I definitely am on the Reaper should remain tier 1 or tier 2, but solo and group PvM shouldn't be separated. I like it's just so, it's an MMO. Like I don't, at a certain point, like it's weird to me that we think of group content as this like strange otherworldly thing that we should never have to do. Like, when did
Reaper's all bosses, right?
Yeah, Reaper's all bosses, and so one of the things they're talking about is separating solo Reaper and group Reaper, and I don't really.
I think
like
it should
that
be
at
on
all.
tier 2 then.